you a confident person? I am a confident person, and I think everybody deserves to be a confident person. But I wasn't always like this. As a young person, I used to look at other people doing jobs, doing careers, and think, I could never do that. Say, for example, I thought about marketing. I felt an interest in it. I even looked it up. Well, then I could never picture myself doing it because I didn't know anything about marketing. I could never read enough or learn the skills enough, and I knew I would just look stupid and end up being a massive failure. I was destined to be stuck, going nowhere, really, because I didn't know where I wanted to go. And I didn't know where I wanted to go because every time I thought of a destination for myself, I was too scared to picture it. And so I went to university. In fact, I won a place at Cambridge University, though I came from a working class background. I studied languages, and while I was there, I fell in love with translation. And I earned a place on the most prestigious translation studies MA in the country. But I turned it down because I was too scared. I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought that I would turn up to the course and everyone else would have read 1,000 more books than me, and I would just look stupid and end up being a massive failure. So I turned it down. I put that particular dream in a drawer and I moved on. Fast forward about 8 years, and unsurprisingly, I hadn't achieved very much career-wise. I was a full-time mum to my son, who was a toddler at the time, and he was and he is the light of my life, and I love being with him. However, I wasn't earning anything and I felt very frustrated. It was also around this time that I chanced upon a YouTube video featuring a lady called Mel Robbins. She was giving a TED talk about how, in order to achieve what you want, you have to do all the things that you don't feel like doing. So whatever it is, you're never going to feel like it. You're never going to feel like getting out of bed early. You're never going to feel like going for a run. You're never going to feel like making a difficult phone call that you need to make, or job application. You're never going to feel like putting yourself out there. But these are precisely the things that you need to do in order to achieve your dreams, no matter what you feel like when you're doing them. And so it became suddenly clear to me that if I wanted to find meaningful work and have a career, that I was going to have to start doing these things that scared me, that I didn't feel like doing. And so when I saw a volunteer position that I was interested in, because it involved some writing, copywriting, and I thought I can do a bit of that, I wrote an email to the organisation applying, even though I didn't feel like it, even though it felt really awful as I was writing it, and I felt like stopping the whole way through. And then I had a phone call with the director, again, scared, and a meeting, and my first day at the office. And I remember my first task that I was given was to do a video interview of Tanzila, who organised this online conference today. And making this video, it was awful. It felt awful. I didn't know what I was doing, or at least I told myself I didn't know what I was doing. My hands were shaking. I didn't know what I was doing with the camera. But I thought to myself, do not give up. You have to keep doing this. You don't want to keep doing this, but I don't care. You're going to. So fast forward another 2 years and I'm still at that organisation, Money A&E, only now I'm no longer a volunteer. I am marketing/comms lead and I love pretty much every moment of my job. I'm so proud that in that time we've made quite a few short videos actually. Appeared in the national press for the first time with the organisation and made 7 national and regional press appearances. I get to tell people's stories and translate the organisation's impact into different media and different formats. And all of this supports Money A&E's mission to transform lives through money advice and education and to reach disadvantaged and socially excluded groups. And I wouldn't have been able to get to where I am if I hadn't have continued to do the things that I didn't want to do. But I want to tell you something else, which is that at some point on that journey, something changed. Eventually, I found that I no longer found things scary like I did before. I no longer found myself not wanting to do the difficult things. In fact, the difficult things didn't really feel that difficult anymore because I had achieved confidence. Real confidence is not a personality trait. It's not something you're born with, I believe. It's not about being loud or showy, and nor is it necessary to have achieved certain things in life or to look a certain way in order to be confident. I believe that true confidence means trusting yourself, and you can teach yourself to do that. Because when you trust yourself, you allow yourself to try new or uncertain things. I know from experience that I will always have the best possible chance of succeeding in something because I always try my best. I always keep doing the things I don't feel like doing. And that also makes me feel that if I do try something and I do fail, yes, I'm going to be gutted in the moment, but long term, it's okay because I trust myself. I'm okay with that, and I know that I will just keep trying my best. So I hope that if you're watching this and you found it remotely interesting, the first thing that you do is to check out Mel Robbins on YouTube, and then I hope that the second thing you do is to keep going, keep doing the difficult things, and achieve your dreams. Thank you.